What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about the new head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers. His name is Tyronn Lue. And let's see what he got to do.
He has a lot to do. All right, let's do it. So Ty Lue is no stranger to this big stage. Okay, need I remind you that he is a two-time NBA champion with the Los Angeles Lakers. He played with Shaq and Kobe, and he understands the dynamic of dealing with superstars and the different, dilemmas and problems and stuff that may arise, and all the attention on every little morsel of anything that happens in the locker room or on the court. And the fact that he led the Cleveland Cavaliers to an NBA championship as a head coach in 2016. I don't think that's anything to sneeze at, because he also dealt with and led, allegedly, superstars in Cleveland in LeBron James and Kyrie and Kevin Love and that whole gang. So I think having that experience will help him deal with the dynamics of being here in Los Angeles as a head coach and having to lead these other personalities here.
I agree. I also think another benefit to him being the Los Angeles Clippers head coach is the fact that he was there last season, right? He saw what the dynamic was with the Los Angeles Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George on the team and the other dominant role players. Beverly, Harrell, and
Zubac.
And Zubac, okay, forget about Zubac. Yeah. So he has firsthand accounts of what that dynamic looks like. And I think knowing what that looks like, having his experience would help him, if he's a smart leader, help shape what the future looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. I can tell you this right now, though, it will most definitely require a culture change. And he has to be the leader of that. So whatever culture Doc created with the Clippers needs to be scrapped, because guess what? Doc's not there anymore, right? So whatever agreements Doc created with the players needs to be scrapped. He needs to create new agreements, new culture, because if he doesn't do that and change people's minds and they get on board with that, the Clippers will always be little brother. It's just not going to work out. And one great thing about what Ty Lue has right now is that he can create his own. That's good. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be tough. And guess what? Probably hear some news that they probably had some fights in the locker room. But let's just be honest. Anytime you're working with a group of people, especially adults, there will always be somebody upset about something.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So I don't know why this is a big deal. So Ty Lue, get ready. And I think that if you have a great core coaching staff with you, right, that you guys share the same values and you guys want the team to be this way, because you have to demand it. It's not even optional. You got to demand it. So if you don't demand it and people don't fall in line, whatever this team is today need to be shaken up. And some people may be playing somewhere else by the time the season starts. That's just kind of how I see it.
Wow. And you're right. He does need to demand it. I think he needs to come in with an iron fist from the jump. It's going to be hard because players already experienced him already as an assistant. So it's kind of like, where did all this come from? It's like, now you actually want me to show up on time to practice. You didn't say anything when I showed up 15 minutes late last season.
That was last year. Yeah. I do want you to change now. Yeah, absolutely. Really? Yeah. You sure did. And guess what it got us? Embarrassed. So I need you to come on time. I mean, that's just the conversations he needs to have, right? So I know I hear that Kawhi, I don't know how true it is, but he lives in San Diego. So, he was late for, flights, and he comes to meetings late and he load manages or whatever. Guess what it got y'all? Embarrassed.
Yeah, but you're right. But we don't know if Ty Lue agrees with that or not. He could say, you know what? Kawhi is a superstar and this is what we got to do to keep him happy and keep him here. Yeah. Because without Kawhi, they're not going to win. And then if they don't win, he won't be the head coach, even though he signed a 5-year deal. That means nothing in the coaching world. He'll be out of there.
But let me tell you, his task is really huge because not only that, they're building a new arena.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm.
So the big ticket name is Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry, teammates. I'm really sorry, teammates. But if you can't get on board with what Kawhi does, you're not gonna be playing here. It's just gonna be. Let me talk about people who work right now. Y'all in corporate America or wherever you work, you already know the deal. I don't know why we acting like we're so surprised about it. If Kawhi is a superstar and he's supposed to be the name on the marquee in this new arena they're creating here in California, Inglewood, California, to be exact, and you mean to tell me that we're gonna bow down to these people who are not the marquee name? Y'all gonna be playing somewhere else. Matter of fact, y'all probably should. If you're not happy with the way things are going to be ran with the Clippers, once Tyronn Lue, if he's smart, put down his demands on what he wants his team to look like, so they won't be so embarrassed. Let's talk about your embarrassment first of all. That should be a driver, and that should be enough to get you to do it different next time, because y'all are laughing stocks. Right now.
My God, yes.
Let's just be honest. So if you want to be a different team and if you want to have a different outcome, you got to do things differently. That's just what life is. And so what I'm saying is that Kawhi Leonard is their big ticket item right now. And if there are people on the team that do not like how he is being handled, which I do think some things need to change in him, I do agree with that. But even with that change, and if they're still upset about it, y'all need to find someplace else to play. Because I can guarantee you right now, Ballmer will not allow Kawhi Leonard to walk away without a fight.
Oh, no.
When they got an arena that, you know how much money that is?
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pointing because it's not too far. It's this way. From me, but just saying, like, nah.
Yeah. So I do think, okay, now, so Tyronn Lue will have the help of Chauncey Billups and Larry Drew. Those are, I mean, NBA greats, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Chauncey Billups might get the job in Indiana. And if he doesn't have Chauncey to back him up when he's making these strong demands or to pull the players aside, because it's kind of like, you know, yeah, he's the head coach, but Chauncey will also have a big voice with those players. I think he can relate to a lot of the players on that team. So if he doesn't have Chauncey, it's going to be very difficult for him not, you know, to have the ear of the players. He needs to have someone to strongly back him up who can also, you know, talk to the players on another level.
Well,
it's kind of like going to the boss versus talking to, you know.
No, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Well, he better pull in Mark Jackson. Call him up. Hey, Mark, can you know, Chauncey got the one in Indiana.
I'm hoping Mark gets the one in New York, though.
Can you come play in my playground? I'm just saying, maybe for 1 year. I mean, I don't know, right? I'm just trying to change the culture. I know that Mark Jackson should be coaching somewhere. I get it. But they're not checking for him, unfortunately. So maybe this is a way for him to now prove himself different. Like coming on to a team as an assistant coach, right? To change people's perception of him as a coach. And that will be what he wants. But if you want to get back into coaching, if that's what he wants to do, maybe Ty, reach out to Mark, see if he's available.
Yeah.
1 year. And then that may open up Mark Jackson to be able to go and coach somewhere else, you know, the next year or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? I'm all for it. Mark belongs on the bench with the players. He's a great basketball mind. We hear him, you know, commentate the games. You know how he feels about accountability. He's not afraid to say it. Yes. And that's exactly what they need in Clipperland. Accountability.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So Ty, you can do it. I believe you can do it, but you got to set your demands. You got to change the culture immediately. And whatever happened last season, you should know it's not going to work this season because the Clippers were embarrassed. They were embarrassing, and they can't do that again.
Can't do it. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. That just about wraps up this episode on our thoughts on Tyronn Lue coming to Los Angeles as a head coach.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to put in the comments whether or not you agree with us or what are some of the challenges you think Tyronn Lue faces as a head coach with the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, you guys. We will see you all on the next one. Until then.
Peace.
See you guys.